Okay, quick precursor to the video, guys. I'm sorry about the hammering that starts like 6 minutes in or something like that. On and off, on and on. I can't do anything about it. I've tried. I've really tried. But I'm just too happy with what I've said, and I don't want to say it again. So suck it up.
The other weekend, I had some friends over and we decided to stick some YouTube on my TV. The app boots to my homepage and the screen just lights up full of brain rot content, such as reactions, try not to laugh compilations, and tech bro unboxing videos. I immediately flushed red and scrambled for the remote, trying to get that screen off. I opened up the search bar and it was just more of the same on the suggested searches, just more brain rot, which immensely deepened my insecurity. I didn't want them to know how much time I wasted watching useless content online. I should be, bettering myself as a person, having hobbies, but my YouTube homepage tells a different story of laziness and escapism. See, YouTube is my main social media platform. I find it very easy to waste away hours consuming facile content and swiping through shorts. The consequence of this is that my algorithm now has bucket loads of data with which to fine-tune its suggestions. It's now an accurate reflection of how I spend my private time, which is something that I didn't really want to share with anyone. Now, with the example I gave earlier, if my friends hadn't been present, I probably would have watched one of those videos with no shame, just routine. But in their presence, I could see my life through their eyes. I saw how my interests weren't interesting, just stimulation. For me, what passes for entertainment is just bright colours and broken silence. Something to feed my eyes and ears. But did this embarrassment change anything? Did I make an effort to consume less brain rot in my own time? No. Instead, it only taught me to be more cautious about sharing my slice of the internet with my friends. The tricky thing about brain rot content is that it exploits your brain's neurochemistry. It keeps you coming back and gets you addicted. This is a well-documented experience, both through the anecdotes of thousands of people online and also through new academic studies linking short-form content, procrastination, and addiction. But what classes as brain rot? Well, this is a tough question, but I'd like to propose a definition that it's not found within the content itself, but rather in how your mind reacts to endless consumption. Let me explain. If I were to watch one 30-second clip of, say, someone playing with slime, for example, I may find it satisfying. My brain might release some endorphins, and then I crack on with my day. Although I've just watched some brain rot, technically, my brain is still healthy. I'm still focused, I remain aware and present. However, if I were to watch 20 30-second clips of someone playing with slime or whatever, that's now 10 minutes I've spent watching brain rot content. And as each short passes, I forget the previous one, both what the short was about and how long I'd spent watching it. This means watching 30 seconds worth of shorts can feel the same as watching 10 minutes or an hour. This steady flow of forgettable yet undoubtedly paradoxically engaging content has a hypnotic effect, trancing your mind and diminishing your awareness to the point that only your subconscious is really paying attention. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I don't think beaming shorts directly to my subconscious is going to be good for my mental health. In short, pun fully intended, my point is that lots of types of content can easily become brain rot, but they only do so when your brain starts treating it like the shimmer on a lake's surface, endless, mesmerizing noise. And we now have our evil trifecta, the unholy trinity: short-form content, brain-rotting behavior, and evolving algorithms. It is a fact that the combination of short-form, brain-rot content and curated algorithms designed to feed us what we want to see is having a huge effect on our day-to-day real lives. Brain rot creates a feedback loop, a barrage of useless information lulling our minds into a semi-conscious trance state. We transform into simple receivers, not learning anything or creating anything, simply consuming media as fast as we forget it. Have you ever woken from this trance-like state and found you've wasted hours away and you've immediately castrated yourself on the spot for how lazy you can be, stimulating your monkey brain? It's a really sucky feeling. But we'll do the same thing again the next day because we're all hooked. This problem, our tendency to return to short-form content no matter how bad it makes us feel, is really found in the algorithms that span our social media sites. I call it the algorithmic hook loop. And it looks like this. The more time we spend on social media sites, the more data they collect from us. The more data we feed them, the more the algorithm knows us. The more the algorithm knows us, the more personalized, addictive content it can feed back to us. And the more addictive content we get fed, the more time we spend on social media sites. And that takes us back to the start of the loop. The more time we spend, the more we feed the algorithm, the more we feed the algorithm, the more time we spend. That is the loop. But the algorithms are getting really smart now. I'm not sure about you, but I've started to notice something very sinister. I tend to get seasonal waves of varying content genres. For a couple of weeks, the algorithm might only recommend reaction content to me. Then it might try and constantly push shorts on me. And then it might try to nostalgia bait me with videos and channels from my childhood. Yes, I've had the same account since I was like 7. This slower refresh keeps our minds chaotic. It keeps us coming back to see what shit they will serve us on a gold platter. See, YouTube and Instagram can't just rely on the short-term addictive nature of short-form content. So now they've developed ways to keep us locked in for years. This is especially hard for us younger generations. We've grown up with screens all around us, whether phones in our pockets or iPads when we were kids. Screens are everywhere now, but our personal screens are everywhen, pinging our pockets with suggested ways of wasting our time and keep us coming back. What can we do in this situation but despair, right? Wrong. I understand that screens are essential to modern life. So we can't all just switch to brick phones and fax machines. But with some time and training self-control, we can put our phones down and make something. Build something with your hands. Build closer relationships with friends. Build a brighter future for all generations to come. The world can't fix itself, but we can fix ourselves. In fact, we're the only people who can fix ourselves. Personally, for me, I know I've been given this gift of life, and I'm going to spend it living, loving, and looking up at the sky, not down at my phone. And I encourage you to do the same. And thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.
Also, and a little addendum, apparently I've got to do YouTuber stuff, so if you like the video, please hit the like button, and if you want to see more stuff that's going to be coming, then subscribe, and you'll see, hopefully, in a few weeks, we'll get the next one up. Alright, laters, fellas.